Does Twilight like me? It sure sounds like it. Twilight's face dropped. Like she knew it was true what Rainbow was saying.
Well, at least I wouldn't rape him to just have fun.
He would have liked it. Am I right, Giro?
I looked their way.
No, I would not have enjoyed being raped by you, Dash.
Twilight levitated Rainbow Dash into the air and towards the bakery door. She opened the door with her magic and put her inside and dropped her on the floor, then slammed the door right in her face. She turned to me.
I'm sorry, Giro. She's kind of direct at her approaches.
Oh, it's fine. Thanks for helping me out there.
She smiled a little.
You're welcome, but I'm sorry. All this excitement has made me feel weak and tired. I'm heading home.
I'll come too. I don't want to be here with Rainbow Dash like this. I have no intentions of being raped tonight.
I laughed to myself at my last comment. Twilight seemed to brighten up a bit.
Thanks, Giro.
She turned and started heading towards her home, and I followed behind her. So, I get the notion she likes me. Could I be the guy every pony is saying she likes? Wait, that must be why those mares and Dr. Hoof said I couldn't see the obvious. Well, she is cute and has a pretty nice flank. And I'm a pony now. I guess I could take back what I said earlier about not getting in a relationship here. Since I was deep in thought, I didn't notice that I was about to walk into the door to Twilight's house. I took a step back and put a hoof to my head. That hurt. Twilight looked at me worriedly.
Are you okay, Giro?
I look at her and blink, still thinking about the thoughts I had of her.
Yeah, just a little tired.
I let out a small, weak laugh. She opened the door and started to head straight to her room. Think, Lance, get her to stop.
Hey, Twilight.
That's the best you can come up with? God, you suck at romance, Lance. She turned and looked at me, a smile on her face.
Yes?
Damn, I'm not good at this. I should just give up on the idea.
Never mind.
Her smile faded.
Oh, okay.
She turned to continue up the stairs. Nice going, Lance.
Wait, Twilight, my room isn't right. Can I stay in yours tonight?
What the hell, Lance? What's wrong with you? Are you trying to sound like a freaking rapist or something? She's gonna kick you out for that one. But instead of telling me to leave, she smiled brightly.
Sure, just let me get the bed ready.
What? Is she serious? Am I serious? I must be either really stupid or really smart. I gulped and headed up the stairs. This better not end up with sex and regret. I walked into the room and saw her pulling the covers down. She turned to me and smiled.
I need to get ready for bed. Just make yourself at home.
Sure thing.
She walked out, leaving me alone. Okay, how am I supposed to get ready for bed as a pony? Well, I could start with those clothes. It took me a few minutes, but I was able to strip off the clothes and boots. Lastly, I pulled off the goggles and laid them on a desk. I looked around and saw a mirror at the end of the room, then headed over to it to take a look at myself. My body was light blue with red stripes all over it, and the front of my face was red. My mane was slightly spiky, and so was my tail. The wings looked kind of weird with that red thing going along the top of them, and my ear was torn at the top. I had to admit, I did look scary and weird. And my eyes, they make me want to go in a corner and cry. But the thing that made me feel scared the most was my cutie mark. Because where it was supposed to be was nothing. I was a blank flank. How am I going to explain this one? I heard Twilight approaching the room. I looked at my flank again. I can't let her see it now. I have no idea how to explain this. I jumped in bed and pulled the covers over me with my mouth, trying to cover my blank flank. Twilight walked in and looked at the bed.
You must be really tired.
I smiled nervously.
I sure am. It's been a long day for me.
She turned a knob and the lights went out. I couldn't see, but I could hear her coming around the side of the bed and climbing in on the other side. This is the first time I've ever been in bed with a female before, and it's a pony. Never would have guessed that.
Good night, Giro.
Yeah, good night, Twilight.
I said, trying to keep as close to the edge as I could. I laid there for a few minutes until I was sure she was asleep. Then I let out a long, exhausted sigh. Time to think to myself. Today had been weird, in more ways than one. I was almost raped by Rainbow Dash. Found out there were several ponies that liked me. I was in bed with one, and I just noticed I left my own party without even saying anything. I laughed, then put a hoof to my mouth. I listened for a few seconds, but she was still asleep, luckily. I lay there listening to her breathe lightly. Why was I doing this? I looked over at where she lay, even though I couldn't see her. I could see where she was. I sighed. Might as well enjoy this, because I can already tell she's going to kick me out tomorrow. I put a hoof over her waist and relaxed. Rainbow Dash continued flying towards her house, still mad about what happened earlier.
Who does Twilight think she is, stopping my attempt at getting Giro back to my house? It's not like she even has a chance with him or anything.
She landed on her doorstep and walked inside toward her desk. She then picked up a small bottle.
Let's see her stop me without her magic.
She turned the bottle over and looked at the label. Anti-magic potion. Bum bum bum! Chapter 3 cliffhanger!
And that is the end of chapter 3. Stopping in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yay!
Are you sure?
Absolutely sure.
Positive. Positive beyond.
Yep.
Positive beyond
Yes.
the nature of 0.
What? What?
I'm saying, are you positive that you're positive?
Why did you You know what, now you just forced me to mentally divide by 0.